And if we talk about Louis Pasteur is known as father of modern microbiology. Then what is microbiology? In layman language or in our first learning class, if we are going to attend introduction on microbiology, of course it will be coming in our mind first that what is microbiology. The always answer is what? Study of microorganisms or microbes. So if we can say it is not properly defined or well defined definition is it is not, but in simple language or common language we can say yes, study of microbes is microbiology. And so now next question can be this: what are microbes? Most of the times we can define that microbiology deals with those kind of microbes which we cannot visualize by naked eyes. So of course still exceptions are there that I will be discussing, but here in general we can explain like this, that yes, most of the microbes are tiny, they cannot be visualized, and we need some instrumentation add to study their morphology. So next, coming towards what are these microbes? So you should know here I have explained different type of microbial groups which are included in the study of microbiology. But you should know, whenever somebody is asking what are the type of microorganisms, so most of the times you will be finding students always answer like this: bacteria, fungi, viruses. They are not covering the complete list of microbial groups, which include bacteria, fungi, actinomycetes, algae, protozoa, nematodes, helminths, and viruses. So first we should update our information that microbiology covers various microbial groups, what I have tried to list it out here. Next we should know, if we are knowing about microorganisms, another thing we should know as a part of introduction, these microorganisms are cellular or acellular. Then you should know, of course we always know that living organisms are made up of cells, but remember microorganisms can be classified on the basis of their cell into two types, cellular and acellular. Now what are cellular? If cellular means made up of cell, next question is what? They are unicellular or multicellular. They are made up of single cell or many cells. Then you should update your knowledge. Most of the microorganisms are unicellular, but at the same time other are also multicellular. For example, bacteria, if I talk about, it is unicellular, and if I talk about fungi, it is multicellular. So they can be of both types. Next you should know prokaryotic or eukaryotic. Yes, if cell is there, then cell can be of two types. What is prokaryotic and what is eukaryotic? We should update our knowledge. Prokaryote is what? In this case, we are having a cell. Here simply I have drawn cells. So you can see that in A, nuclear material is placed in the center of the cell, and in B, nuclear material is placed in the center, but it is surrounded by a nuclear membrane or nuclear envelope. Then you should know the A cell in which no nuclear envelope or membrane is there, that is known as prokaryotic cell, and B in which nuclear envelope or membrane is there, that is known as eukaryotic cell. Then we can say, now we are updated with this, that what are prokaryotes and what are eukaryotes. Always students are having confusion, so it is now clear: prokaryotes without membrane and eukaryotes with membrane. Now question comes, what kind of microorganisms are prokaryotic and what kind of microorganisms are eukaryotic? That I will be updating you. But let's talk about acellular. So this was about cellular, made up of cell. Acellular, which are non-cellular, which are not made up of any kind of cell. They are called as acellular. Now we are again coming to this list. You should know among these microbial groups what are cellular. So you should know, starting from bacteria to helminths, these all are cellular. And when we talk about viruses, only viruses among this list is acellular group. Then you should know why we are saying viruses are acellular, because viruses are not having any distinguished cell wall and cell membrane. Viruses are also known as nucleoprotein particles. They are having only protein coat capsid, and in the center it is having what? Nuclear material, that is RNA. This figure is of what? Which virus? This is of coronavirus, COVID-19. You can see here, this is the outer capsid protein coat, and inner, this is RNA molecule. So only proteins and RNA are making this virus, that is acellular form. Now we are talking about cellular. So all these are cellular, starting from bacteria to helminths. Now question comes, whether they are unicellular or multicellular, then you should know some are unicellular and some are multicellular. Then we are talking about prokaryotes or eukaryotes. Except bacteria and actinomycetes, which are prokaryotes, remaining all type of groups are eukaryotes. So bacteria and actinomycetes, they are prokaryotes. They are not having any true nuclear membrane, and remaining, if we talk about fungi, algae, protozoa, nematodes, helminths, they are eukaryotes. So this is about the type of microorganisms. Now bacteria, everybody is aware, single-celled organisms, these are playing significant role. They can be cocci, circular, rod-shaped, fungi, filamentous, we know, actinomycetes, they are actually an intermediate type of organisms between bacteria and fungi. But on molecular biology basis, we place them along with bacteria. So actinomycetes sharing characters of both bacteria and fungi. Algae, we all know, photosynthetic. Initially it was a part of botany, but again it is a type of microorganisms. So never get confused. Algae always belongs to botany. No, it is sharing some characters with plants, but it has been placed under microbial groups. Protozoans, mostly unicellular. They can be free living as well as parasitic. Nematodes, again they are also known as parasitic worms, but they can also live freely. Most of the nematodes are also known to cause diseases in plants. Helminths, if I talk about helminths, again parasitic worms category it is of. So this is all about the introduction part on microorganisms, that yes, if we are saying microbiology is the study of microorganisms, then what are the type of microorganisms? Now we are much clear about it. Now I am coming to the definition part, how we can define microbiology. So earlier I have discussed that what is microbiology, what kind of microbes we can cover under this discipline. Now we should know, if we are sitting among scientific communities or we are going to attempt some microbiology exam, so under those conditions we need to use some scientific or more biological terms to give appropriate definition. So for that, to make you understand about definitions part, I have introduced 4 criteria here. So what are these criteria? One is on the basis of size, other is on the basis of techniques, and third is on the basis of study criteria, and fourth is on the basis of microbes type. So let's talk about on the basis of size. So you should know, this is an old way of defining microbiology. According to this, we can say that microbiology is a branch of biology that deals with the study of microorganisms which are having size less than 1 millimeter in diameter. But remember, why less than 1 millimeter in diameter? Because this is the size what we cannot actually see by naked eyes. This was an older definition because now various exceptions have been introduced to this. Nowadays, such kind of bacteria have been discovered. If I name a few, Thiomargarita, Epulopiscium, which we can visualize by naked eyes also. We don't need any microscope to see, to visualize those bacteria. So you should know, it means they are having size more than 1 mm in diameter. They are not falling in this range. Second, if I talk about fungi, there is no need of microscope to see fungi if we are not talking about the structure. Fungi we can visually observe if it is growing on the bread, like bread mold. Alga we can easily see on water bodies. So it means this is a kind of older definition, but still I have included it because in many books you can find even then this definition has been included for microbiology definition part. Now on the basis of techniques, if I say, according to Roger Stanier, microbiology is a technique which use special type of techniques like culture medium, sterilization techniques and isolation techniques to study the growth and types of various kind of microorganisms. So because you should know why. On the basis of techniques I have written here as a separate criteria, because culture medium, sterilization, isolation, these are only used in microbiology, not in any other discipline if I talk about. Because culture medium, without culture medium we cannot allow the growth of microorganisms. Without sterilization, we cannot ensure that nutrient solution what we are using to allow the growth of microorganism is free from any other living object. And isolation, that is from a mixed population, separating out a particular type of bacteria in which we, or microbes in which we are actually interested. So this is on the basis of techniques. Third is on the basis of study criteria. So you should know structure. Microbiology, again we can define like this, that microbiology is a branch of biology which deals with the study of structure, distribution, physiology and metabolism of microorganisms. And fourth definition, what this I have earlier covered in the form of microbes types, you can also define, like microbiology can be defined as the branch of biology which includes the study of various type of microbes like bacteria, fungi, algae, protozoa, nematodes, helminths and viruses. So any one of these definitions, whatever you find easier, you can choose it to define microbiology. Now coming towards the last heading of my today's lecture on introduction part, what are the types of microbiology? So microbiology is of various types and we can broadly categorize it into two types. One is basic microbiology and other one is applied microbiology. Now we should know what is basic microbiology. Basic microbiology actually covers just to gain general information about various types of microbes, like study of bacteria, which is under bacteriology, study of fungi, that is mycology, study of algae, phycology, study of viruses, virology, study of protozoa, protozoology, study of nematodes, nematology. Now second is what? Applied microbiology. Applied, when we are using the various kind of microorganisms which have earlier been studied by their specific discipline, like bacteria have been studied by bacteriology, characterized, their functions has been studied, the physiology and their genome, everything has been explored well. Now we can use these microorganisms for their applied part or to achieve various applications, like agricultural microbiology for agricultural applications. Like if I talk about biopesticides, biofertilizers, food microbiology for food applications, to control food spoilage organisms, to use organisms to carry out fermentation, fungal fermentation, bacterial fermentations, curd, kumis, kefir, many type of fermentations are there. Dairy microbiology if I talk about, which is going to mainly deal with milk and milk products microbiology. Then industrial microbiology if I talk about, production of organic acid, production of antibiotics, production of enzymes, vitamins on large scale is under industrial microbiology. Medical microbiology, that deals with the study of various kind of microbial pathogens, what kind of diseases they can cause, what are their symptoms. Like if I talk about a recent case of coronavirus, so that is what medical microbiology. Textile microbiology, in textile industry microbes are used, so this is about textile microbiology. Exomicrobiology, study of microorganisms in space, that is exomicrobiology. Environmental microbiology, study of microorganisms in air, water, soil, that is environmental microbiology. So this is about different types of microbiology covered under two broad categories, basic and applied microbiology, and under this channel you will be finding basic and applied microbiological aspects in our upcoming videos. Thank you so much. Keep watching my channel and update your knowledge on microbiology and be a successful microbiologist. Thanks a lot.